All right. My name is Jin, and today we're going to learn how to carve on a longboard. Carving is a very fundamental skill in longboard. It involves shifting our weight back and forth, and it allows us to make turns on our longboard. This becomes really, really important for just general commuting, weaving our way through obstacles, but also becomes a very, very important basis in longboard dancing, as we'll figure out later. Now, I'm going to break this down in some really, really simple steps, and we're going to learn how to carve together. Okay, so we're going to start with our board upside down, just like this, to get our foot positioning right. So we're going to stand with our legs about shoulder width apart on equal length from the front and the back truck. From here, we're going to want to move the front leg. So forward for me would be that way. We're going to move the front leg a little bit back, and we're going to move the back leg a little bit forward. So we're just going to have the heel of the front leg hanging slightly off of the back edge, and there, and we're going to have the toe of the front leg hanging just slightly off of the front edge. Now this will make sense in just a second. All right, so we're just going to find ourselves a piece of grass. We're going to leave our board face up here, and we're just going to get on it and assume that stance that we just learned, with the front foot a little bit back and the back foot a little bit forward. Now from here, I just want you to practice leaning back and forth. We're going to put our weight into our toes first, just leaning forward just a little bit, and then into our heels by leaning backward just a little bit, and get a feel for how much the board tilts for the amount of weight that you're distributing front and back, and then just get comfortable with this motion. So next we're going to add one more movement, and it's going to be with our shoulders. So when we lean back, I want you to focus on the front leg. When we lean back and we put our weight onto this heel, I just want you to turn your shoulders backward. For the opposite, when we lean forward, we're going to put our weight into the toes of our back foot. So leaning forward into the toes of our back foot, and this time instead of turning the shoulders this way, we're going to turn the shoulders this way. Okay, so this is going to be like our closed. Okay, so this is back open, forward closed. Okay, so again, as we lean toward the heel of the front foot, we open the shoulders, and as we lean forward into the toe of our front foot, we close the shoulders. Now, an important thing that I'd like to note here is that even though we're focusing onto the toe of the back leg and heel of the front leg, we're still putting weight into the toe and heel of both of our feet. So when we lean forward, the weight is still going into both of our toes, and when we lean backward, into both of our heels. Okay, so now I think we're ready to get rolling. Okay, so we're gonna try bending our knees slightly, and then we're gonna go for the exercise that we just showed. As we lean backward, we're gonna turn left. So I'm regular again, and as we lean forward, we're gonna turn right. So backward is left, again, with our shoulders, and then forward is gonna be right. And if we're to do that goofy, the same stance, but this time when we lean back as goofy, we open the shoulders this way. When we lean back as goofy, we're gonna turn right, and as we lean forward, we're gonna turn left. Please let me know if that makes sense. As we get rolling here, we're just going to do the exact same motion that we practiced while we were standing on just flat ground. We're going to start off at some pretty low speeds, just with some really slow, gentle carves. We're going to lean our weight forward and backward onto our heels and our toes, and we're just going to practice opening up and closing the shoulders. Again, as we lean back, we open the shoulders, and as we lean forward, we're going to close the shoulders. Now, don't be afraid to stick our arms up for extra balance here, and to really exaggerate that twisting movement from the upper body. As you gain more experience, try experimenting with different speeds and shifting your weight more quickly back and forth, and really get a feel for the way that the board responds to how you shift your weight around it. Now, this is how I understand carving and how I've broken it down in my head. Please let me know if this has made sense to you. And if you have any questions, feel free to find me on Instagram or shoot me an email. Thanks.